The Yobe state government has organized a one-day sensitization and enlightenment campaign on collection of permanent voter cards for Islamic scholars and religious leaders across the 17 local government areas of the state. This followed concerns raised by INEC over low rate of collection of PVCs in the state. TVC News correspondent Michael Oshoma has details in this report.
Yobe State is among states identified by the Independent Electoral Commission where residents have shown apathy towards the collection of PVCs. The development has prompted the state government to increase the mobilization of voters to get the PVCs.
His Excellency directed that we should sensitize all the ulamas so that they have their community leaders. They should inform their followers through their Friday sermons and through their daily prayers and through their interaction with the general public, that they should interact and they inform their public, especially the followers, to go out massively and get their voters card.
Participants believe the PVCs are a veritable tool for voters to elect the leaders of their choice come 2023.
There's nothing like secularism in Islam. As far as Muslims are concerned, it is a challenge for the religious leaders to go out in mass to mobilize their followers and members of the public to ensure that they get this voters registration card, and at the same time they go out to select or elect the leaders of their choice who will deliver the dividends of democracy.
The idea behind the PVC awareness sensitization workshops for ulamas and sheikhs is for them to pass across the significance of getting the PVC to the grassroots voters in their respective local government areas. With the strategies and efforts the Yobe state government has adopted, the number of eligible voters who obtain their PVCs may significantly increase.
From their reaction, all of them have now understood the whole concept, because Yobe has become one of the least states in terms of registration. From what we are now seeing is that, and from the interaction we have, they will mobilize their followers massively, and we are going to see massive improvement in the next 2 weeks, or in the next 10 days.
The Yobe state government has appealed to the federal government to come to the aid of victims whose houses were submerged by flood in Gudba and Gulani local government areas. The unfortunate incident left many of the affected victims homeless and hampered their sources of livelihoods. Michael Oshoma has more.
For the past 2 days, it has been raining cat and dogs in Yobe State. Many communities, including those within the state capital, have suffered flooding. But residents of Gujba and Gulani local government are the most affected, with many of them now homeless. The state government visited the areas to see for itself.
Come and see to ourselves the devastation of floods which affected Gujuba local government and Gulani local government. So far, we have visited in Gujuba local government. We went to Bunugari, where over 360 houses were completely submerged. Equally, we were at Likder, where over 200 houses were equally submerged. In Gulani local government, we were in Kukwa. Equally, over 200 houses were submerged. We were in Bulunkutu, Bumsa. Over 250 houses were submerged. And finally, we are in Dochit now, where many houses have been flooded out by the flood.
The bridge linking the two communities has also been eroded by the flood.
The bridge linking the Gulani local government capital and the 8 remaining wards of the local government area to Damaturu and part of the country has been completely cut off.
Residents of the two affected local government areas, Gujba and Gulani, are just trying to pick up the pieces of their lives after a decade-long insurgency which had rendered many of them homeless in the past. Now, these floods have again destroyed their houses, leaving many of them without shelter. What an unfortunate incident. The state government has appealed to the federal government for urgent humanitarian action to alleviate the suffering of the victims.
We are appealing for Mr. President through the NEMA and the Minister of Interior Affairs to immediately come to the aid of the state government to alleviate the sufferance of these two local government areas.
The affected villages are Kukua, Bunigeri, Bularafa, Bomsa, Bara, and others. Michael Ushoma.
Provide the Director General, NCA, the power to make regulations.
The Yobe state government has organized a 10-day aviation infrastructure security training for the new personnel of the International Cargo Airport Damaturu.
Talk about what? Crew. They are talking about the facilities, the aircraft.
According to the State Commissioner for Transport and Energy, Abdullahi Kukua, the training will enable aviation security staff to know the basic tips needed to secure the airport. Speaking with Impact Yobe crew, the commissioner noted that such training will be continuous due to the fact that the staff are new to the work and its technicalities.
Trying to prepare our airport for commissioning, and there is no way that you can commission an international airport like this without having a well set up security personnel. So this workshop or training is all about securing the airport. We are trying to train our staff that will come and secure to secure the airport from any unlawful activities. So this is the main purpose of this training.
The permanent secretary in the ministry said the 10-day training is first of its kind, stressing that it will go a long way in fast-tracking operations when the airport commences activities.
The first of its kind, when the airport is, that shows you that the airport is about to be completed, and we are good to go to obtain our operational license. In line with this, then it is the requirement of the regulatory agency, which is the Aviation Regulatory Agency, which is the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCA, that we should undergo some trainings of the personnel, especially on the ABSECT, that is the aviation securities. That's why you see it, we invited professionals on that field. They are all here to give a training to our staffs so that when the airport become operational or obtain the license, we should not have much problem with either the fund, that is Federal Airport Authority, who are the custodians of the securities of the airport, or the NEMAT, or the NAMA. So that's why you see 12 participants who are here now. We want to train them, and we need more, but not now. When the time comes, then you see more trainings are coming. The firefighters training will also soon join them, and then the others training will also follow suit.
A delegation from the Better Education Service Delivery for All has visited Yobe State to ascertain the level of school enrollment and out-of-school children in the state. Leader of the delegation said the purpose of the visit is to identify the problem bedeviling the education system in the state and assist government to fix it. Speaking during a courtesy call on the state deputy governor, the team leader urged the state government to work assiduously to get more results that will enable it to get more funds to support education in the state.
Your Excellency, I've had cause to call some governors in meetings with them and tell them, sorry, if you're L0 here, don't blame me. Your friend, I don't blame me because you have not done the work. So I'm also going to pass it to you from to His Excellency that if you don't earn as much, You have to push them to do what is supposed to be done and as and when due. So we're here to find out, first of all, the state visit, the reason is for us to sit with them and identify, do they have any challenges so that we know. They have given us a work plan. They have set their targets in the work plan of what they want to achieve between now and 31st of October. Do we have any serious challenges that may impede towards achieving those targets? If we sit down with them and we identify them, it means coming back to you. We will come back to you and tell you, no, you are supposed to do this to enable them get this result. If you don't do that, they won't get the result. And the money, the painful thing for all of us is that it's a loan of 600 and something million. All of us should know this. We've so far only drawn down about 400 million. We still have about 200 million. It's not easy to achieve it in these 4 or 5 months. So that's the reason why we are pushing now much more than ever.
In his response, the Deputy Governor thanked the officials for the various support and assistance accorded the state.
I wish to assure you that this is what we are set to achieve in the long run in collaboration with federal organizations, BESDA and other governmental partners. It is indeed interesting to note that the focus of BESDA is basically on enrollment of education into schools and significantly decreasing the number of out-of-school children through sensitization and enlightenment and provision of incentives to make education accessible to our children. The West Service of Education and the State University Education Board are not lagging behind in the discharging of these and other statutory responsibilities. I therefore wish to commend BESDA and the 2 affected state government organizations for the remarkable success recorded in the implementation of the program as available indices shown.